Something interesting happened in the Victoria real estate market in February. Sales significantly increased from January. Prices moved slightly higher month to month, but compared to last year, prices are a little bit lower overall. Let's take a quick look at what happened in the Victoria home market in February 2026. Hi everyone, I'm Terry Kurash from RE/MAX Camosun. In February 2026, there were 465 properties sold in the Victoria Real Estate Board. That's a 37% increase from January of 2026, when only 339 properties sold. So the market definitely started to pick up as we move towards the spring market. However, when we compare February of this year to February of 2025, sales were about 12% lower, which tells us the market is a little bit quieter than it was a year ago. Now let's talk about benchmark prices, which are the best way to track home values because they measure the price of a typical home rather than averages. For single-family homes in the Victoria core, the benchmark price in February 2026 was $1,307,400. In January 2026, the benchmark price was $1,265,500. So prices actually increased month to month as the market picked up. But when we compare that to February of last year, the benchmark price was $1,319,100, which means that single-family home prices are down slightly by about 0.9% from last year. For condos, the benchmark price in February 2026 was $545,600. In January of 26, it was $537,800. So condo prices saw a small increase from January to February. Now compare that to February of last year. The benchmark condo price was $549,600. So condo prices are actually down 0.7% from a year ago in February. For townhomes, the benchmark price in February 2026 was approximately $775,900. In January, it was $772,400. So townhouses also saw a small increase from January to February 26. When we compare February of last year, townhouse prices are down slightly by 1.7%. Another important thing to do is look at inventory. At the end of February, there were about 2,903 active listings on the market, which is about 10% more listings than both January and the same time last year. More inventory generally means buyers have more choices when they are looking for homes. So overall, what we are seeing right now is a fairly balanced market. Sales activity increased compared to January. Prices moved slightly higher month to month, but when we compare, last year prices are still slightly lower overall. As we move further into the spring market, it will be interesting to see whether increased demand pushes prices higher again, or whether the large number of listings will keep the market balanced. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Victoria, feel free to reach out anytime. My information is below. I'm always happy to answer questions and help people understand what's happening in the local market. Thanks for watching.